Spoke Mitsubishi. My name is Nathan and today we're doing a walk around video on this 2015 Nissan Altima Ti. Now these cars, if you know much about them, do come with a phenomenal amount of features and comfort factors, so we will touch on exactly what this car has to offer. So taking a look at the front of the car. Now you do note that this car is a slightly off-whitey color, especially if you compare it to that Holden that's parked next to it. That is that nice off-white or starlight or pearlescent kind of white that the car actually has. Presents beautifully. There's no damage to the front of the car. Now this car was previously owned by an elderly couple. They upgraded to a small SUV just for that better visibility, but they bought this car because of all the features. So on the front, does come with the front parking sensors along the front of the vehicle, color match to the car. There is also a front forward-facing camera located just under the Nissan logo right there. That is all part of the 360 camera system that is also come equipped in the vehicle. There are daytime running lamps and indicator lamps at the bottom, as well as a fog lamp fitment in that front bar and that really nice sleek headlight design with the projector globes located right in the middle. Now as we come across to the side, got that multi-spoke rim, Nissan hubcap in the middle there, presents quite nicely. Now the rims are in pretty good condition. Bit of very light scratching on the edge there, barely noticeable, and you've got lots of tread remaining on those Michelin tires. Now coming across the side of the vehicle, does have the color match side mirrors with the indicator lamp in there. That is going to elevate the lamp, improve the visibility when indicating, but also clears up the quarter panel. Now under that, if you notice this little section protruding, that is actually part of the 360 camera system. So one camera is located in the front, one on either side mirror, and also one in the boot for the reverse camera. So they present in excellent condition. Now the door handles are chrome finished, so it ties in nicely with all the other chrome accents that are on the car, giving it that slightly more elegant, classy look. Car is a keyless entry vehicle, so you can lock and unlock the car with that button there, as long as you're within proximity. And you do also get 2 keys with the vehicle. Now having a look inside the car does come with leather seats, pretty good condition. You can see maybe some minor marks here, possibly from having keys in the back or something, but slight, like very superficial scratches here, a little bit of marking there or indentation in the leather, but other than that, this seat is in pretty good nick. A little bit of folding here as well at the bottom. You can see there electric seat controls at the bottom, so very adjustable, very customizable based on how you prefer, with the lumbar support, genuine Altima carpet mats, and the rest of the car actually presents really well. Driver's side door is also in very good condition, and there is a scuff blade here just to protect the inside of the door panel, where especially when you get in and out, people tend to damage the paint on that section. Now we'll note that the back windows are a little bit darker than the front. That is just a privacy glass to add a little bit of privacy to the vehicle. Doesn't provide the same safety as tint, so would highly recommend you talk to us about our tinting options. Now there are a few minor scratches just in that door handle there, obviously just standard things from when you're opening the door or reaching inside the handle. Coming to the back, again you still had that chrome finish. Opening it up and just having a look inside, pretty good on the inside in the back seats as well. It doesn't look like it's been sat in much, still presents quite well. Leather is in very good condition and carpet mats fitted at the bottom. Now taking a look at that second alloy wheel, this wheel is also pretty much unmarked. There is a very minor little mark there, possibly some glue, but there is a minor little scuff there. Other than that, that second rim is also in very good nick with plenty of tread on those tires. Coming across to the tailgate, you've got the dual tip exhaust, the reverse parking sensors which are color matched to the vehicle, and the reverse camera which is located just under the lip. Now you do notice the Altima and Nissan badging all in that chrome finish, and this Pure Drive Xtronic CVT badging to show that it is a CVT vehicle, and also a very spacious boot, lots of space in the back there. And if you notice, there are these little latches here. Pulling that is actually going to drop the seats, so if you need to utilize the space, you can pull that and drop the seats very easily from the back. Lifting up the base, there is a full-size spare wheel underneath. Doesn't look like it's been used, which is a good sign, and all your jacking tools are also located at the bottom there. Now closing this up, as we come across to the passenger side of the car, fuel cap is on the passenger side, which is the safe side. So yeah, if you have to pull over, just in case, you're going to be not in the way of any oncoming traffic. Now this side of the car generally sustains the most damage on the rims, so you do notice there's some scuffing there and a bit more scuffing just on this side of the spoke and down here. But other than that, that rim is pretty good. It's very superficial marks, nothing, no serious damage, and lots of tread remaining on those Michelin tires. Paintwork on this side is phenomenal, pretty much completely unmarked. And also that camera located under that side mirror. And coming over to that fourth and final rim, a little bit of scuffing here again, just on the edges and on the top here. but again, very superficial marks, no damage whatsoever, and you've got a pretty well presented vehicle. Headlight washers, front cameras, 360 camera system, parking sensors all the way around. It is a very nice car. So what we'll do is pop the hood and take a look inside. Look inside the engine bay of the Altima now. It's pretty well laid out engine bay. Do have your wiper and washer fluid located down the bottom here, and your coolant reservoir located at the top there. Oil filler cap is located at the top of the engine, and dipstick as well just at the bottom there. And battery terminals and fuse boxes are all located together on the right hand side. So very nice, neatly laid out engine bay. Now what we have here is Nissan's 4-cylinder 2.5 litre petrol motor. It does come fitted with that 1-speed CVT transmission, so it means nice smooth drive in the vehicle. Now this car can run on your E10 petrol or your regular 91. Does have a 65 litre capacity fuel tank, and does have a combined fuel consumption of 7.5 litres per 100, or an average fuel distance of about 867 kilometers off a full tank, but that is all dependent on how you drive and what kind of weight you're carrying around. Taking a look inside the Altima now. Inside interior condition, like I said, is in very good nick. As we pointed out in the previous video, there are a few markings on this driver's seat, but other than that, the inside is actually quite clean. So on the driver's side door, do get a fully automatic driver's side window. The rest are just your standard power windows. Above that is a central locking control and your window lock option as well. Up the top here on the handrest is a little button to fold in your side mirrors if you wanted to, and also your side mirror toggles or controls above that. Down here, just behind the handle, if you can see it, that has two seat 1, seat 2, so those are two different presets for the seat. So if you have two different people driving the car, you can have two different settings for the drivers. Up here on the right hand side of the dash is your trip reset button, your illumination for the actual dash, a boot release control, and starting off on the right hand side is a blank spot with your stability control button, and this cool little button here, which is actually for a shade on the back. So if I press that button, I'll show you what will happen. That is going to pull up a shade. Very cool. Right at the back, and that's going to obviously shade the passengers in the back of the car, keep them nice and cool, especially if you've got little babies or anything. And pressing that again, it's just going to fold right back down very neatly. Beautiful design in the car. Quite unique as well. You don't really see that in a lot of vehicles. Next, that is your eco button, so that's going to save you a little bit of fuel, and also a button for all the safety features in the car, which is your lane departure warning and your blind spot warning system. So turning that off is going to turn off those two safety features. Now on the steering column is your left and right indicator with your headlight controls. Now they do have an automatic dusk sensing system, so leave it in auto, the car's going to do all the work for you. On the left hand side is your wipers and washers, and again you do have an automatic rain sensing system. Just leave it in auto and the car will decide when it needs to turn it on. Now the cluster is quite a nice cluster. There is a display in the middle there which just shows your vehicle and any kind of safety features in the car, but other than that, pretty standard setup on the actual cluster. Steering wheel is a very nice comfortable leather stitch steering wheel. Right hand side has all your cruise control settings with call, reject and voice control, and on the left hand side is your media options with your source, mode, and pressing this button is actually going to flick through the display in the middle of the dash there. So driving, audio, bearings, meaning north, south, east, west, driver settings, and just your standard vehicles. So pretty cool setup there. You can customize it pretty much how you want to. Below that is your temperature settings. Sorry, not temperature, volume settings. And on the right hand side, left hand side of the steering wheel is your engine stop start button. Now being the Altima, it does come with the Bose audio system. So very nice audio systems for those who know Bose. Very good sound quality, very good clarity as well. CD input located at the top with an SD card slot. As you can see just in there, you just pull that open. Now the SD card that is currently in there is actually for the NAPS, or the navigation system. So you can see maps are on at the moment. We are in Kangan Drive in Berwick, and you can pretty much use your nav there, enter in your address and go wherever you want to. Well, within 25 kilometers now. Below that is all your AM, FM radio settings, CD, auxiliary, and volume buttons there. And if I press camera, that is going to activate the 360 camera on the left and also the front camera on the right. If I press that again, that's going to turn on the left side camera near the curb, or you can just go back to your home screen.
In our budget, a commitment met.
Turn that down. Politics are always nasty. Now coming down, your climate control, so dual zone climate control, driver and passenger have their own settings, your ventilation and your demisters, and also your fan speeds and on and off button located at the bottom. Now below that there is a tucked away kind of storage compartment. You can pop that open and there's a nice suede lining on the inside with a USB input, a auxiliary input, and also a 12-volt socket for extra charging. And the storage is quite generous, so you can still hide things in there and fold it away. Got two standalone cup holders, a nice gear shifter. Now, if you notice, all the little platings and coverings on there are all in that same kind of finish, so they look pretty good. And if I bring this into reverse, that's going to activate the reverse camera on the right and the 360 camera on the left. So you've got pretty much a very nice clear system there. If I bring it down into drive, that is going to be your standard drive. If I bring it down into drive S, that is going to activate your sports shift system, and you can actually your sports system, and you can use this little button here to also overdrive it or activate the sports, which will increase the throttle response probably a little bit. You got two cup holder, a little storage there. And if you're wondering where the handbrake is, it's actually a foot brake located at the bottom. So you press it to release it and then push it down to actually engage it. Nice long center console armrest. If I lift that up, there are two compartments. So you got this shallow shelving compartment below that and a deeper compartment underneath with a 12-volt socket and lots of room for storage. Now I'll get the camera person to pan around the interior. Got the vents in the back just to show you the condition. Carpet mats in the back are in excellent condition. Back seats are also very clean, no damage or stains on the leather, no indentations or marks, and the roof lining is also very clean. So what we're going to do now is jump outside and wrap up the video. Watching the walk around video on this 2015 Nissan Altima Ti, and as you can see, this car presents very nicely. There's no damage, pretty good condition for its age. Obviously it is a used car, so there are a few little things like the little marks on the leather on the interior seats. But other than that, this car is actually in very good nick. Now, if you do have any additional questions, the number to dial is 99070555. Now, just before I go, this car does actually qualify for our premium mechanical protection plan. Now, what that will offer you is 5 years additional protection, and it will cover you up to 200,000 kilometers. That is actually going to cover you for 181 electrical and mechanical components of this vehicle. So there's great value in this. And with that, you will also get 10 years platinum roadside assistance nationwide. So if you plan on keeping this car for a while, which I'm going to assume you are, there is great value in this. Make sure you ask us about this. With that, would highly recommend you take advantage of the glass coat and tinting packages. Now what that will offer you is a lifetime warranty on this beautiful pearl white paintwork. It's going to make it a lot easier for you to clean, maintain and protect it, and it's going to do a lot of the hard work when it comes to protecting it from bird droppings, bat droppings, oxidization, fading, rusting, peeling. All these things can really deter a car from looking this good. Now these two things are at an additional cost. However, if you're using our in-house finance, we'd love to introduce you to our business managers, Julie and Mario, who show just some minimal detail effective repayments. Now lastly, but most importantly, make sure you jump on Google, search up Eric Mitsubishi and see what people have to say about us. With over 1,100 reviews and sitting at 4.8 stars, gives you the assurance as a buyer that you're dealing with the right people and the right kind of business for a good quality vehicle. Now, as I mentioned before, if you did have any additional questions, the number to dial is 99070555. My name is Nathan. Thank you so much for watching.